I predict that video streaming will have a much more prominent role in the instruction of individual subjects. In 10 years from now, internet access will become more and more prevalent in every household. Students will be asked to preview upcoming topics to familiarize themselves with concepts so they can acquire it more easily. I also think individualized instruction will be prioritized. Therefore, flipping the classroom will become the norm of the daily classroom routine. Students will be required to watch the lectures at home so they can work on the learned skills in class with the teacher's supervision. "10 years from now, more and more businesses will recognize that an individual's work ethic is more important than their know-how. Prominent businesses will be hiring people with an excellent work ethic and have them take massive open online courses to acquire the necessary knowledge and skills. Higher learning institutes will be offering more and more MOOCs, especially in countries like India with dense population. This will force universities to rethink the entire process of getting a degree." When people finally figure out our educational system is outdated and inadequately preparing our students for the 21st century workforce, the reformation of schools will finally begin. This will happen at charter schools first. This is the beginning of the privatization of public education. Since charter schools can be started by a corporation, 4 multinational technology companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, or Facebook can take on the challenge. If this happens, it's going to change everything.
Historically, education in the United States has been split between private schools and traditional public schools. However, this dynamic changed in 1991 when Minnesota passed the first law establishing charter schools in the state. Since then, a majority of states have some kind of charter school system. But what exactly is a charter school? Charter schools offer education ranging in grades K through 12 without charge to students. Charter schools are funded with tax dollars but are generally subject to fewer rules and regulations than traditional public schools, and they usually receive less public funds per pupil than public schools. Charter school students typically take the same state-required standardized tests as public school students. Depending on state law, these schools can be started by parents, teachers, nonprofit groups, corporations, or even government organizations. Charter schools may focus on specific skills and subjects like math or science, or may be aimed at students who require alternative learning methods, such as teaching lessons that use visual or more hands-on approaches. But these entities just can't start one whenever they please. They must first obtain authorization from either the school district, city, or state, depending on how the charter school laws are structured. And the charter school model has achieved various levels of success. Over the past 25 years, the number of charter schools in the U.S. has skyrocketed, forcing more competition and faster improvement among existing public and private schools. As of 2016, there are almost 7,000 charter schools serving 3 million students. And since 2000, charter school enrollment has increased by 600%. But as charter schools have become more popular, opposition has grown. Teachers' unions and other public school activists argue that charter schools take money away from traditional public schools. However, it's unfair to hold minority parents and students hostage in underperforming public schools. Overall, charter schools have provided an entrepreneurial challenge to the status quo and delivered results that make it worth expanding this option for parents. According to a 2015 Stanford study, not only do charter schools provide significantly higher levels of growth in math and reading for all students, but minority and low-income students benefit disproportionately more. Charter schools are becoming a bigger part of the U.S. education system every year, and for millions of American families, they offer a much-needed choice that's different than a one-size-fits-all public school. Every other sector of the American economy has benefited from the ability to compete and improve. Why not education? To learn more about education reform, visit informationstation.org.
Want information on how government regulations affect your pocketbook? Then download the Information Station app, available on iPhone and Android. For more information, go to informationstation.org.
The 4 C's of the 21st century skills will become the critical foundation of the curriculum infrastructure. Smartboard technology can support the best practices that will integrate communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity into the daily routine of classroom instruction. This will be what our classroom will look like 10 years from now.
This is a magical story about a school, our school, and what happened when SmartCap IQ displays suddenly started showing up everywhere and everything began to change. All it takes is the wave of a hand and the learning begins. You see, it isn't just a smart display, it's also a digital whiteboard. And with multi-way inking, we all have a voice. Now, we teach each other. We share, explore, and connect at the touch of a finger. We're really working together. We can take our work with us and learn wherever we are. Life for teachers is better too. Everything is easier now. Bringing up a previous lesson, sharing notes, helping students stay on course. And because it's so easy to use SmartCap IQ, and it works so well with smart software, we spend more time learning. What does it all mean in the end? We're more engaged, and we're learning more than we ever did before. Is it magic? Not exactly. This is just what real learning looks like when it comes alive.